Welcome to Talking with Kevin and Son, where truth meets real. We talk life, love, and purpose.
So this is a special edition of Talking with Kevin and Son. And I want to welcome everyone. I am your show host. And today we're not just talking about another interesting story. We're making an official announcement. This is our public service announcement from RMK Productions about a program that we are now opening our doors to everyone that has subscribed, followed, or listened to us. It has been said um, that when you are a direct reflection of the people you surround yourself with, and well, the people within my circle, they don't just drive by an accident. You've heard me say this before. They stop and they ask to see what they can do, to see if they can help. This is the kind of opportunity that RMK Productions has been blessed to build over the last 4 or 5 years. People who believe in that connection should have a purpose. And when that opportunity reaches one of us, we should look to be responsible to reach someone else within our circle. As the host of Talking with Kevin and Son and my Sunday show, Motivational Sundays with Kevin and Friends, people and brands sometimes offer me special opportunities. And because of my very busy schedule, I cannot always take advantage of them. And I keep asking myself, why should good opportunities end with just me? I watch the Super Bowl every single year, and I just watched Joe Flacco. You know, he was given a brand new Corvette. And through the documentary of quarterbacks that I watched on Netflix, that brand new Corvette has been driven once, and it's been sitting in a barn for over years. So when we see celebrate celebrities celebrating the events and they receive things of offers that they can afford to buy them themselves and they never use. While the everyday person who sits and supports that brand sits on the sidelines saying, I wish that could be me. I believe connections can change that. One opportunity, one person, one community at a time. So today, I am proud to announce the launch of RMK Productions One Connection Community, a community built to connect real people with select opportunities that come through relationships that we have built and we trust. We are turning trusted connections into shared opportunities, one connection, one community, one responsible choice at a time. So I want you to sit back and think and listen, because right now I'm taking one of those close relationships, not the offer, but one of my trusted relationships with a friend and business partner, Mr. Colby Jones, CEO of Interline Cruise Connection. Colby has owned a company since 2004 and has built a deep relationship across the cruise industry where he is trusted. It's a brand that cannot be broken. From time to time, Colby has called me, sometimes in the middle of the night, with a last minute cruise opportunity. The cruise fare was being offered on a complimentary basis, while the travel still has to be covered by the taxes, your transportation to and from port, and other expenses are applicable. So I passed on two of the opportunities, and a little light went off in my head and said that one night I asked Colby a simple question. Um, can you offer this to just more than my family and friends? And his response was yes. And then he told me that there were 30 cabins on this most recent trip that came available, that if I had someone that I wanted to share that with, especially my listeners, that I could. So some of my family and friends and some of the listeners that follow us, they took advantage, not only on this cruise coming up, the cruise before, and they've all had a wonderful time. And the feedback was overwhelming. I called Colby a couple of nights ago, and I said, Colby, um, how often does this offer happen? His answer to me, if I remember right, he says sometimes, and then he says all the times. That conversation helped me create the launching of what we're talking about today. Colby, I welcome you to Talking with Kevin and Son, and I welcome you for being part of the One Connection community and this partnership. Colby, how you doing?
Hey, thanks, Kevin. It's good to see you again. I'm doing fantastic. Glad
That's
to
all
be
right.
part of the community too. Thank you.
I am glad. I mean, we've known each other for a couple of years, and the most amazing thing is I just broke every rule on the introduction of any podcast. But this is important. This is more of a public service announcement, and this is a way of us giving back to the people that subscribe and follow us. Colby, before we start talking about the cruise opportunity, tell our listeners who you are and what International Cruise Connection does, and why so many people trust you.
Well, we're a regular travel agency, so we don't differentiate in any way like that. However, where we do stand out is we're elite in a few areas. So cruises, I have every rate plus special contracts that aren't even offered anymore. But we still have these prices. So there's nobody else that can compete with us ever. We always win. So cruise, we're elite. Hotels and all inclusives, we're also extremely good. Things that were not so good is like rental cars and airfare. We're just kind of so. So we stand out in the cruise, the hotel, and the all inclusive space.
All right. So over the years, when they talk about trust, the one thing that I've always liked for you, full disclosure and everything else. So
Yeah.
over the years, being in this business, what has building a trusted relationship, for what has it taught you, and how have you benefited from the travel industry?
Well, travel is something I wish everybody could do. Obviously, not everybody can afford it, but it's such an eye opener. Different experiences, different cultures. I mean, these are things that everybody knows. Those cliche statements, but they're true. They really build that character for everybody. In my world, because I've been doing this for so long, there's not too many people that have the experience I do. COVID kind of wiped them out. So the older agents, they retired during COVID or went out of business, and now there's just a bunch of new people that have been in for 3 or 4 years since COVID kind of subsided. So the cruise lines and the hotels and whatnot really do lean on me, just because I know the game inside and out for the however many years I was in it prior to COVID, 15 years or something now. I don't even know. Up to this point. So it's kind of cool to get that little pat on the back when they come to you and they're like, "Hey, we want you to do this," or "Hey, we need you to do this for us. Can you help us?" It's a good little feeling to have.
Well, I know everyone's a skeptic. I know when I first presented this to my family with the first opportunity, everyone's like saying, "What is the catch?" And these opportunities come, and I know people are going to ask, "How do these opportunities of having these cabins, how do they come available to you, and why are you offering these opportunities, and people are just having to cover the taxes?"
It's crazy, Kevin. I'm not even kidding you. I should send you the text for the show. A friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, she emailed me. She's like, "Oh, hey, I just wanted to check in. I think about you a lot from COVID. I just got this scam email about you giving away free cruise. I thought you should know." This is my like a good friend. I was like, "Priscilla, this is not a scam. This is me. It's me. I actually am giving it away." So even people close to me think it's a scam. It's crazy. Um, it's just crazy. What did you say? What was the next part of the question? How? Sorry, go ahead. I'm still blown away by her.
And it just may be, um, company disclaimer. It's just in how these cruises come by. You don't have to tell us
Oh
exactly
yeah,
what your resources buy, but I do know I want to take off the veil so people are not thinking like Priscilla did that this is a scam. This is an opportunity, and I've had my fraternity brothers. I had close friends. I've had co-hosts. I have us business associates that have been on this cruise and have came back and had a great time. A lot of times, like some of my friends are like me, and I'm going to admit I'm a little bougie. So some of the cabins that were originally offered, they asked, "Can I be upgraded and whatever?" And Kobe went out of his way and got them upgrades, and they had a great time. One of my co-hosts
you
took
did.
14 of her girlfriends with her, and they had a blast. So this is not an offer. We're not selling you anything. I'm just telling you is that I've gotten to a place where my grandfather always said, and I'll repeat this, when you can help someone else out, it is your duty to do so. I get a lot of opportunities for people wanting me to try their products to promote their brand or whatever. And they come to me. And I said, out of all these years, why am I doing this? I said, my reputation has been connecting people. And if I can't give something back to the almost 10,000 people that support RMK production and both of my podcasts, I say, why am I doing what I'm doing? So this is an opportunity for me to give back. It doesn't cost you anything if you're a follower or subscriber. If you're interested, good for you. I'll put you directly in contact with Colby. We have a link on www.rmkproductions.org that talks about the One Community Connection, and that will connect you to allow you to register if you're a follower. If you're not a regular follower and don't want to subscribe to the show or follow the show, if you're a friend of one of our friends, you can always come, and we have a subscription based program for any opportunities that come about with RMK production, and you could be added to that list, excuse me. So, you know, you, Kobe, you said earlier, this is an opportunity that doesn't fit everyone because, again, cruises come with an expense. If you look at the fact that you pay $150 for one cruise for each person, this cruise that we're coming up is going through Canada. It's $250 per person, and you have to get there. You have to supply your transportation. You want to stay overnight. All those choices. We're only talking about the cruise and the taxes, and you have to have a valid passport. So,
Yeah.
so we are building a community around the community that supports us, and we're starting out building that community and the connection and using travel. What do um, our subscribers, the people that register for this, give them some idea of how they should prepare, what they need, there's no fixed price on here, and every offer will be different. I want to put that out there as a disclaimer. Just give them a rundown after they registered. We send them an email, they contact you, go over the whole process of what's the next step.
Yeah, absolutely. And to answer your previous question, my reputation in the industry is known as moving space. That's what I do. So when these cruises come along and they have a bunch of cabins that they can't fill, they bring them to me to fill them for them. And I was down pretty badly during COVID, very bad. And a bunch of people came and helped me out as a community. And so this is exact same thing here. I was helped out. Now it's my turn to help out with this community, our community here, the one that you've built up, Kevin, to give these away to people. So that's exactly it. It's just the tax because I can't give away. The government's taking their taxes no matter what. Everything else we've got covered. So the next steps is simple. Once they decide they can go and it works for them, they fill out the form. They're going to get a welcome email. Then they're going to get a confirmation from us, and they're going to see that they're all set. Then we'll just go through all the due diligence that we would do as if they were just booking a normal cruise or a normal trip through us. So we'll ensure that their passports are valid. We'll ensure that they've got all their names spelled correctly. If they need a pre-hotel or transfers to the ship, we'll get them all that. The cruise itself will have different theme nights for attire to wear on board. So there's like a varsity night where you wear a leather jacket. There's a USA night where you can wear USA clothes and aviator glasses, and it's just fun, different themes on this cruise. So we'll get them that information as well. And then last but not least, we'll help ensure that they're checked in properly and correctly. Sometimes people have never traveled before, and so this is a lot and it's confusing. And so we're just going to hold their hand and make sure that they're all set, everything's in order. And that way, if they want to reserve a spa or a shore excursion somewhere, or they just want advice on, hey, we're looking at these two different excursions, which one's better, what should we do, then we'll help them with that. So that way, once their final travel documents show up, they can just show up to the cruise, have their passports ready, and then they can make of it whatever they want. Relax, adventure, fun. They don't have to have any questions. Whatever they want it to be, it will be that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you just heard is the heart of this community, Mr. Colby Jones. This is not about promising everyone a cruise. It's about building a trusted channel so that when we present a verified opportunity and it's available to us, we'll make it available to you. And as soon as we share that information, you can connect within your circle, and then you can decide if you're ready to act or not. So let me just go through and explain to you how One Connection community works. When RMK Productions receives a verified and eligible offer through a trusted connection, registered community members may receive an email alert through RMK Production. Each alert will describe the opportunity, the response deadline, who is eligible, and what it includes. And what it does not include is how you respond. Some offers may be last minute, like the calls that I get from Colby. Some spaces may be limited. Availability is never guaranteed. A complimentary cruise fares offer does not necessarily mean a completely free cruise. That's the reason why I had Colby explain that. Travelers may be responsible for taxes. They're responsible
Yep.
for the port charges if there's any gratuity airfare to and from and other transportation, hotel stay, transferred insurance, onboarding, spending, or any additional cost list that's not listed in our offer. That is your responsibility. There is no obligation if you're on this registered list for you to book or take advantage of any offer. It just allows you to have access to the offer. If the offer does not fit your schedule, your budget, you don't have the travel documents or comfort level, you can simply pass. Everything about life is about chance and choice. So if you choose not to go, then you pass on the chance to have a great opportunity. Registration or people that subscribe are provided with access to this connection. It does not guarantee that offer will always be available on your timeline. That every member will be qualified and that each cabin will be secured. Travel arrangements and final eligibility are subject to the terms and deadlines available, and confirmation requirements is stated in each offer. So simply by going through, and if you are a follower, you are a subscriber already to one of the podcasts or RMK Productions, simply the communication circle will just inviting you in a little bit closer, and what I have is now available to you. Everyone is welcome. I know there's going to be questions, and if you want to reach Colby, there will be a link in the description of this show. If you want to follow us and register, go to www.rmkproductions.org, and there will be a link, One Connection Community. This community begins with people who are following RMK Productions and Network. If you heard about us through someone that's already connected to our community, you are also welcome too. If a subscriber opts to apply, the website will clearly explain the fees, what the communication, the benefits are, including before and after you join. As a subscription fee person, which will be minimal, access to the program and the community will now be yours. It does not mean you have to purchase or guarantee a cruise or cabin or any travel offer. It just means that the information is available to you. This is our public service announcement. It's almost like insider trading, if I can use that, amongst family and friends. So if I got it, you got it. Kobe, do me a favor. Yeah, I wonder if I can mention doctors. I'm not going to say her full name. You've talked to her. She's committed to a cruise, and she's an accident. Tell us about Dr. F's cruise. I hope you remember that. She
Of
brought a
course I
bunch
do.
of.
Yeah, and she was amazing. So if she hears this, hi, Dr. F. Won't say anything else. Um, she was great. She told some of her friends, some of her colleagues, I think maybe some business people, some church people. They came on board, and it's funny because I didn't, doing everything through the computer and whatnot. You don't know what people look like. So I just scheduled a little meet and greet on board, and she wasn't able to attend the first one, but the second time, and then, oh my gosh, they had a whole Bible study going on, and we chatted for a few minutes and became best of friends. She's already looking at doing some other things too, in addition to this one. And I made sure they had a great time, and they did. And I even asked her, I was like, do you need anything else on board? Like, are you guys good? And she was awesome. She was so fun, and she's like, no, we've got everything. We're having an amazing time. She had a couple first time cruisers with her as well, and they had a ball. It was really neat. It was really, really neat. It was very special, especially since she reached back out afterwards too. So hi, doctor. Not going to say your name, but I
But
can't wait to see you again.
All right. I just wanted to explain the experience. I will say my fraternity brother Rick Lee of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity took his wife on the cruise as a anniversary, and not only was he able to take his wife, he took his children and a couple of friends along with him. So it became very affordable to them, and they had a blast. One of the things that people have said about me as an individual is that I'm someone that can be trusted. When I built RMK Production, I only wanted to surround myself with people that I would have Thanksgiving dinner with. And so the only time I spend time within anyone within my circle, if they have a high call to action, that means these people, they don't say what they're doing. They're already doing what they say. So your trust matters to us. It matters to me. It matters to Colby. The official One Connection community and the information that is directed through RMK Productions .org is available to you. Before paying any fees or booking any travel, verify the source first because there will be people that will try to scam this. You can always reach us directly through our website. Read the full terms, read the conditions that are included. RMK Productions will not share the opportunity with anyone else outside of our connected community because this matters. Your information will not be shared with anyone other than people within the community itself. Your information will not be shared with other members unless you choose to do so. But every member is responsible for making an informed travel decision, and there will be other products. So, connection is just more than knowing someone's name. Connection becomes a powerful trust that when is created, and access is created a channel for someone else. You're doing what God has asked you to do, is to pull someone else with you. My gift has always been connecting people. But a connection only becomes a community when other people are willing to respond, participate, or reach back and pull someone else along. The One Connection community is our way of saying opportunities should not always happen to the people that are at the top. It should happen to the people that are within this circle and that were within that circle, within that circle, within that circle, and everyone receives that same phone call. Sometimes that phone call will keep moving until it reaches that one person that is ready to answer the phone, and that could be you. So this may just start with the cruise. There's going to be other opportunities that I'm going to open up through this community. Your connection may open the door. Your preparation, your judgment, and your actions will determine whether you walk through it or not. Colby, before I sign off, just real quick, you want to say anything to our listeners since you're now a partner of this community and welcoming these people in?
Yeah, I do. Before I do that, I want to add one quick thing just because I get this question a lot for the cruise. This is not like a timeshare thing. So nobody has to attend anything, listen to anything. There is absolutely no obligation whatsoever on the cruise. You make the cruise whatever you want. If you want to hang out by the pool, you hang out by the pool. If you want to go to the shows, you go to the shows. If you want to read a book, there's no obligations on that. I get that question a lot. So I just wanted to make sure the listeners are aware there's no surprises once you get on board. It's just a regular old cruise. It's going to be fun. As far as the rest of it, I'm just happy to be part of the group, man. Like, I know you, I know your character, I know the people you surround yourself with. I always feel like I've been looking up to those people. So now that I get to be in that same community with a bunch of great people, great human beings, I'm very excited and I'm actually very thankful. I mean, you already know that because we chat about it all the time, but it's as big of an opportunity for me, in my opinion, as all the other listeners. And yes, I will do my part to help the circle that you've created here by offering as many free trips or whatever I have, the best deals, pretty much the free stuff, because that's what makes it fun. But I'm going to keep giving you guys everything that I've got that comes along the way. And we should have a whole bunch more.
And we are going to have a whole bunch more. And thank you, Colby, for coming in and partnering with us. Again, this is not a timeshare. This is nothing that you're obligated to produce. I will tell you, because of my position, Colby's position, we have access to a lot of different brands. And these brands periodically, in order to have recognition on the show, we get offered things that everyone else says, why wouldn't this ever happen to me? I'll give you an example. I just bought a brand new Hyundai Santa Fe. And what I was offered, I didn't get a free car, all right, but I got the same perks and benefits as the owner of the car dealership, which I want them to come in. Hyundai is one of the best built cars out there, and I bought their high-end Santa Fe calligraphy. I think that's how you pronounce it. And if you had any idea what I paid for it, it will be crazy. And what I'm trying to do is get brands like Hyundai and some other people and people that I've done business with when I was marketing to QVC to come in and tell their story, provide opportunities for them to benefit from the same discounts that I get, or maybe even some of the samples that I get, just in order to get to know you. So, if you want to become part of the RMK Productions One Connection community, I will suggest go to our webpage at www.rmkproductions.org. Click on the link that says One Connection Community, register, review all the details so there's no surprise. And the reason why we're recording this live like this is because it's not like we didn't tell you. So if you didn't read it, we're telling you anyway. Then watch for an official opportunities that we share through that trusted community. The only people that are registered, the only people that are followed that are registered, the only people that subscribe that are registered will get these notifications. It will not be available to public. And if you have someone within your circle that's not registered, they can register without committing to subscription, or without committing to following, subscribing, or whatever. If they want to pay a monthly fee for it, it's minimal. You spend more than that on Mickey D's or someplace like that. And just remember, connection, registration, and response. There is no pressure to accept any offer. There is no offer that is guaranteed. Read every detail, understand every cost, and make the choice that's best right for you. Follow, subscribe, RMK Productions Network. View our podcast, Talking with Kevin and Son, our Sunday Motivational Sundays with Kevin and Friends. And if you have someone within your circle that you trust, now what I said, that you trust. We don't want anyone to come and take advantage of any of these opportunities that embarrasses us. I've got an Uncle Whistle that I'm going to say it out loud, that I wouldn't bring on the show because he is Saturday Night Live, and he is funny as crap, but he is probably someone that's not going to be on the show. We all have an Uncle Whistle somewhere there. And believe it or not, Uncle Whistle, if you want to come, if you act right, you're welcome to. I'm just playing around. Welcome. And now One Connection is now officially on its way. Remember, One Connection, one community. Until next week, if you like what you heard, if you want to be a featured guest on one of my podcasts, you can do so. If you want to register, connect with us, and be part of this community, you can do so. You can find us on our YouTube page at RMK Productions. You can like, follow, subscribe, or just hang out. This is not a big deal. This is a real deal. I say stay connected. When opportunities come your way, be ready to act. My grandfather always said, when you get to a point in life that you can help someone else out, he said, reach one, teach one. And I want to thank my good friend for taking the time out of his day, Mr. Colby Jones, entrepreneur, good human being, father. I forgot to mention all of that good stuff at the top of it. I want to say hello to Wendy, our marketing queen. And until then, we'll fade to black, and we're out. Thank you, Mr. Colby.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, it's the rhythm of life.